Hello everybody, welcome to our Thursday live stream. We have just picked up Loki from the vet where he got a dental cleaning and he is still seeing pink elephants and blue unicorns. Maya, nobody wants to hear you. Come on down. Maya, come down. Nobody has to listen to you bark at the neighbors. We have the puppies. Hey, Angelina. This is him. He did great. He had one retained puppy tooth that fell out during the procedure, so we're happy about that. Yeah, he looks out of it. He definitely does. I was just saying, I think he sees rainbows, purple, pink unicorns with spots. He sees elephants flying outside the window. But he just wants to be away from this guy. But he doesn't want to be penned up, so he doesn't want to be in the party palace. He just wants to kind of curl up and be by himself. So we'll probably do that for him. I'll probably put the puppies away, but they were away in their pen while we went to go and pick him up. So they need a little bit of outside time. He's learning the back of the couch. You can see Ozzy. He's just like, yeah, my pal's back, but my pal doesn't want to play with me at all. Yeah, he's still out of it. His nose is running a little bit and stuff, but he did so well. And they said his teeth are in really good condition. He only had some mild tartar on them. They said that our toothbrushing regimen is going well and they can see the benefits of it. So that's good. So pretty much all good news. We see Stewie here walking around, and he is a little bit of a concern. Just over the past 2 days, I think his eyesight is starting to tank again. He will walk up to the wall and just walk into it. He just stands there. Sometimes he'll go over like to the corner over here and he just stands there. And that's one of the things that Pica started doing before we knew that her time was coming. So come here, Stewie. Come here, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on over. Can you see me? Can you see me? Like, he's been doing some really, really strange things. Like, I was making their food in the kitchen last night, and he just walked straight ass into the refrigerator. Just boom. And then he was like, wow, okay, who put that here? And he backed up, turned around, and then ran right into a chair. So his eyesight has taken a tanking. It's Mommy. See, I don't even think he could tell I was coming. Come here, buddy. Yeah. Could you tell it was me? You couldn't tell it was me. You can tell that that's Loki. Still enjoying his pets and stuff, but when he's on his own and he's just walking around, he's just starting to run into the furniture. Hi, Music Mama. Two girls rocking the recorder, huh? That's fun. We just picked up Loki from the vet. He had his anesthesia done for his dental visit. And he's doing fine. He's doing fantastic. Of course, everybody missed him. Here he comes again. He just wants his quiet time. And I'm afraid the puppies are not going to give it to him. So I might have to put Ozzy up if they start spatting. Ozzy, he doesn't want to play with you. Ozzy doesn't understand the concept of nobody wanting to play with him. He just thinks everybody should be open and available. Because it's Ozzy time. Yes, Angelina got to hold the babies yesterday. She did. Look at Loki's like, I sure would love a nap. Ah, well, welcome to both of your lovely girls. Thank you so much for coming to see us. And good luck with your musical lessons. With sleepy Loki there. He just looks like he wants to sleep right where he's standing. He's going to be on antibiotics and a pain medicine for the next couple days, just to make sure that tooth socket doesn't get infected. But definitely they said all of his adult teeth look great, and this was just a retained puppy tooth that was very, very loose and just hadn't fallen out yet. I was actually aware that it was there because I could tell when we were brushing his teeth that it was there and it was loose, so I was aware of it. I just couldn't pull it out myself. Oh my goodness, they're attacking me. Hi, Lucy. Are you going to come see me too? Hi. Oh, gosh. You guys are making it hard for everybody to see you. Why do you want to do that? Lucy! Lucy! The dogs are outside barking. We went for a walk yesterday. We walked up and down the street. And my neighbor's dog was barking at the fence and scaring the heck out of us, but at least it didn't get out. Here's Lucy. There she is. She's so pretty. Hi, Maya. Oh. Hi, Maya. Hey, Maya. Aw, you're going to give me some lovin's. Oh, right. And my glasses. That was great. Right in the glasses. Right in your schnoz bucket. There was a new puppy there today. Oh, Angelina. I got to see somebody else's new puppy. She's 16 weeks old. The lady got her from Pennsylvania. She was a cockapoo. A really cute little black one. Real friendly. It didn't make me want a cockapoo, though. It made me want another Chihuahua. Look at her pretty self. I got another update from the wisdom panel people. They sent me another update of both Lucy and Ozzy's stuff. I guess after they had gone over everything, now she is 100% Chihuahua, where she was 87.5 before. No, they just, they sent it to me in a different format. The same type of format that they sent me Maya's. I got a different one for Loki. In fact, I'm going to have to call the wisdom panel people and ask them about what they sent me with him, because I was not able to import his results into my wisdom panel account. So I only have 3 of my 4 dogs, which have been all had the wisdom panel stuff done in my actual wisdom panel account, which I like the wisdom panel account better because what it does is all the other dogs that have gotten their wisdom panels done show up as relatives to your dog. Like I know that there is a few relatives that Maya has all around. And I found out that Lucy and Ozzy also have cousins around. And that's fun to see. When people include their pictures, then you can see what their cousins actually look like, which is cute. And since I have both Ozzy and Lucy on the thing themselves, they are really out there as close relatives. Since they have different moms that share a dad, they have quite a bit of DNA from each other wrapped up in there. Yes, it is. It's like ancestry for dogs. So I want to be able to see that for Loki, because actually in his ancestry, Ozzy should show up because they share a relative. So I think that would be kind of cool to see that. But the only problem is that Loki's wisdom panel shows up only on his Banfield profile and not anywhere where I can import it into my account. And that's where you see it. You see those close relatives and like cousins and stuff like that on the wisdom panel site. You don't see it on what Banfield sends you on their account. In fact, it was kind of interesting to look at. Hi, Alicia. Welcome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call the wisdom panel people to try to fix it, because they don't show you on just the basic wisdom panel that you can access from your Banfield account. It only shows 159 things that they genetically test for, but actually they ran 210 different things that they genetically tested for. So it was nice to see that they were all clear. And then see, what traits and stuff they have. Maya, we're not doing it. I'm not doing it, Maya. Get down. No. No. Get off. Maya wants to bark at the shelves again, because it wouldn't be a live stream if Maya didn't bark at the shelves. Yeah, no. Come here. Come here. Touch. Come touch. Come in. Come see Mama. Come see Mama. Thank you, Alicia. This is Maya. She's 3 years old. This is my 1.5-year-old boy, Loki, who is sleeping right now because he just got his dental procedure done today. So he's still working off his anesthesia, but he's absolutely gorgeous. If you look through some of our channel, you can see I've got many, many, many videos of these dogs just growing up and how they behave in the house. Then I've got Lucy here. She's 5 months old. And I have her brother, her half-brother here, who is also, he's 2 days older than her. And then we have our 16-year-old gentleman here. This is Mr. Stewie. He's our old guy. We've had him since 2005. Ozzy, where are you? Oh, somebody left me a present in the kitchen. Okay, pardon it while I go and clean it up. We can't let it sit there. Well, it depends on how much you want to be driven nutso fruitcake. And I'll tell you, there are benefits to getting 2 puppies. I think that everybody should consider getting more than one Chihuahua. I mean, you could see I have 4 right here and 1 over there. So I actually have 5 of them. But I got Maya because I thought she would play with Stewie, this one. And when I brought her home, he decided that he really didn't want to play with her, and neither did my other old dog that we had, Pica. So after a year and a half of having her really by herself and wanting to play with other dogs, and she couldn't, we got Loki here, who is still sleeping with his eyes open. And when we lost Pica, we decided we were going to get another little baby, and it was this one. I picked out Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Hi. Hi, Lucy. Say hi. So Lucy was my keeper. I was going to get Lucy. And at the same time, we ended up finding Ozzy. Mr. Winky. Somebody poked him in the eye. And my husband was lost when he saw this guy. One would be a short coat cream, and the other one would be a long coat blue fawn. Oh, pretty. Different litters and same breeder. So they would be close in age, because we had different litters with Ozzy, little Ozzy here, and little Lucy share a daddy, but they've got different moms, and they're 2 days apart. So they're half siblings. Yeah. So they're half siblings. They're both supposed to be long coated. I'm sure that Ozzy's going to have long coat. Lucy's DNA says that she has 2 genes for the long coat. So the long coat is there. It's just not popping out yet. She does have fringe around her ears and so forth, and in her paws that make her look like she will end up with a long coat. So we will have faith. But even if she has a short coat, she's just absolutely gorgeous, and we're just already in love with her, so it doesn't hardly matter. Our other dog, Pica, she was a short coat. I have pictures of Pica and video of Pica on the website as well. She was our gorgeous little 4-pound little girl. So these are both my boys. You can see Loki's in no mood for Ozzy right now. He's like, Oswald, I would like you out of my face. He just doesn't feel good. He's not quite awake, and he doesn't feel like playing with puppies, and I don't blame him. So Loki here actually is a cousin of little Ozzy here. I've gotten all 3 of my most recent dogs from my friend who lives in Indiana. And she, when she has this male, and I really, really love him. And when he had these litters and I saw him, I showed him to my husband, and he was like, yeah, I want him. He's a chocolate brindle. Let's see if you can see what he looks like here. He's like red chocolate with brindle on him. Ozzy, look at Mama. Show us your pretty face. His pretty little face. And that's his sister who's going to come up here and say hi to him. Here's Lucy. She's a merle, like Maya. But her merle and her piebald, she actually has piebald, that white, is all mixed in with her fawn color. So you can see her little merle right there. She's got little dark spots. She's such a cutie pie. She's such a sweet girl. You're such a sweetheart, aren't you? Tell everybody how sweet you are. She is a sweet little girl. She is a potty training wizard. This little girl is such a good dog. Oh my God, she came to us knowing exactly what to do. She goes right on the potty pad. She's a miracle worker. They are fabulous after their vaccine. Hi, Alessia. They are fabulous. You would not even know that they had shots done. which is so weird because they're the smallest puppies that I've gotten in a long, long time. And the Loki's pretty good about shots too. I will give that to Loki. But Maya is a drama queen. Stewie is a drama king. Pica was the worst. No matter what you stuck them with, it was like they're screamers, absolute screamers. And then they would, if you touch them in the wrong spot, they would scream like for 12 hours. I mean, it just was like cry, 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 cry. They just never, not good, not good with shots. But these puppies, you would never know that anything happened to them at all. Aside from being a little sleepy yesterday, because what they did get was rabies shot, and the rabies shot tends to make the dogs a little bit drowsy. Um, After they came home, took a little brief nap, they were completely fine, completely fine. So they're completely recovered, completely fine. I did not trim their nails yesterday like I said I was going to because I just figured that the day had traumatized them just a little bit too much. Hi, Lucy. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, these are all my brave babies today. My Mr. Loki. He just had a dental procedure done today, so he's Mr. Sleepy. Let me turn that camera around. Get a better look at him. Here. Oh, there's his face. He's kind of drowsy and kind of grumpy right now. But he had a great dental checkup. The vet says we're doing great with the teeth because, you know, we do the brushing a couple times a week. She says whatever we're doing to keep doing it. I was tired. I had to have him there so early this morning. I was tired when I came home. I took a nap while he was getting his teeth done. Hi, Maya. It's the Maya Society. Here, I have to show you your girl. Here she is. There she is. They're all just hanging out, wondering what's wrong with Loki. Loki's not interested in playing. He's telling him to stay away. He's like, back off. What do you want? Do you want your mommy, Loki? Oh, okay. That was cool. Loki's the star of our show today. No, I did not have my dogs shipped to me from India. No, no, no. I got my dogs from the state of Indiana, and we drove to get them. I would never ship my dog. Never. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine what it would be like for them to be cargo. But I have heard of doggy nanny services and stuff where you actually pay a person to bring your dog to you on an airplane, and they fly in the cabin and they have somebody watching over them for the entire time. So something like that is permissible. We're flying, a larger animal in cargo is absolutely crazy. Lucy. Lucy's over there going to go potty in the potty, but first she has to wreck it. Lucy! Lucy, stop wrecking the toilet. Just go potty, girl. Oh my gosh. Hi, Auntie Deborah. Since we show you everything about Chihuahuas whenever they're doing it, this is Lucy wrecking the trash. I have this for the boys to shoot at, and she likes to wreck it. What are you doing? Where are you going? Come on out of there. Come on. Come on. Lucy. Come on. Come on. Come on, Lucy. Go potty out here. Come on. Come on. I know you want to go potty. Let's do it. Come on. Come on. Hi, Brian. Nope. We're having a swing and a miss. I just got done telling everybody what a good girl you were about going potty in the right place, and look what you're doing. I shouldn't have mentioned it. Yeah. All right. I'm going to leave you guys watching Stewie for a moment while I clean up after Miss Lucy. Well, we have to remember that they're still puppies. One of the things about housebreaking your Chihuahua puppies, never chase them to put them on the potty. Yeah. Oh, Alicia, I'll tell you. It depends on how much time you have. There are wonderful, wonderful things about getting two at the same time. Because if you look at my channel and you look at some of the photographs and stuff I get, they are very loving to each other. I mean, honestly, they sleep with each other, they nuzzle each other, they play with each other. And for that, it's awesome. Now, as far as training them goes, it works better if you have them one at a time. So you can always get one, and then if it works out well for you a year later, you can get another one. Because that way you will be able to teach them faster, because they're not just playing with each other. They're more focused on you at that point. But having said that, I decided to get the two at the same time. So it is what it is. Well, Maya Society, thank you for stopping in and saying hello, and we will talk to you later. Love you. Mwah. Yeah, for these guys, they're really cute. It's a lot of work. How old are your kids, may I ask? You say you have two young daughters. How old are they? Chihuahua and small children are sometimes a challenge as well, depending on their ages. Yeesh, your babies. You can see how tiny they are, how fragile they are. So little kids have to have total and complete respect for that. Hi, Nicole. I've learned a lot over my 20 years of having the Chihuahuas and how they behave. And what I mean by not chasing them down when they're going to the bathroom. If your Chihuahua feels like it cannot trust you, it will run from you during important training things. Like it won't want to come to you. It won't trust your hands. There are little things about these dogs that, that are, I don't know, they're little buzz things for them. Like they do natural instincts. Like it's called a pancake. And when things are over top of their head or something like that, they kind of go flat. Well, one of the reasons why they do that is because back in the day, they were picked off a lot by birds from overhead. So, when something comes across them, they tend to want to shy to it and like melt onto the carpet and stuff. But I find that chasing down your Chihuahua to try to catch it and put it on the pad while it's trying to go, when you interrupt it, it never worked for us, because all it turned into was this delightful game of chase. And actually, Maya didn't learn well that way. I had trouble with her that way. Now, she's really good about going to the bathroom now. She goes to the bathroom outside. She goes to the bathroom on her pad. This is the play that you can look forward to, getting two puppies close together. Listen to that noise. Sounds like a beehive. They still have bonded with me, yes. Um, there is no problem with that. They're bonded to me. They bonded to my husband. They bonded to my son. Seraphin, one of my moderators, lives here with us. He's my son. Um, that you completely bonded with all of us. Will love to sit on us, cuddle with us, get under the covers with us. Um, all of that. One of the ways we were successful with potty training with Maya, and even to some extent Loki, but not. He is my potty training problem. That one um, is just keeping when we knew that they were going to go. There's predictable times of the day you know they're going to go. If you feed them, then within like 10 to 20 minutes of them eating, they're going to have to poo. So you can just plan on feeding them and then taking them outside, or putting them on the potty pad and then finding some way to keep them in that potty pad area till they go, and you can praise them. I've also heard of people being real good with the multiple potty pad way of doing it, where you have several potty pads out so the puppy finds it hard to make a mistake, and then very slowly you pick up one of the potty pads and you make the area smaller that they go. But chasing them makes it into like a game where they're either scared of you, or they just turn it into a game where it's like, hey, you can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. And then that's not what you want when you get your small dog. You want them to be able to come to you when you call them. How expensive are they to buy? That really depends. You can get a Chihuahua if you're lucky. You can get a Chihuahua from a shelter, and it would cost you basically how much it costs for them to house it and neuter or spay it if it wasn't already. So, that fee there could be anywhere from, like $150 to like $350 for a Chihuahua from a shelter. Different people sell their Chihuahuas for different reasons. Sometimes there are mistake litters. My very first Chihuahua, Moxie, I got her back in 2002. She's since left us, but they were a mistake litter. I got her for $150 out of the newspaper. That was when they still had newspapers. I'm dating myself. Yeah, I got her in a newspaper. In Pennsylvania, they're 2,000 and 3,000. Oh, $600 no matter what the color. I actually know of two breeders. I have one in Ohio and one in Indiana that I absolutely adore. I adore their dogs. I like the way they look. I like the way they behave. And that's the ones that I usually pick for as long as she breeds. I'm not sure how much longer she will. And that was one of the reasons why I decided to bite the bullet and get two this time. It's because I'm not sure how long she'll actually be breeding. Look at them. They look like little couch demons, but they really are having fun. When I first saw Lucy, she was like this big. She was a little mouse. I had to wait 10 weeks to get her because she was so small. Both of these puppies are small. Yeah, the most expensive Chihuahua I think I've seen. I mean, oh my gosh. You so you're getting I wonder if you're going to go to the same place I am, where I get mine. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of breeders there in Indiana, but I love mine. I love him. I love him. Little Lucy. She's a good girl. Look at that little face. She's got such a cute little face. It was a big honor for everyone to have known Pica, to actually have gotten to see her, on the live streams. You guys actually knew her, and she was a doll baby. She reminds me a lot of this little girl. With the way Pica looked, with the small head, small face, and stuff. Yeah, Lucy reminds me of Pica. She's such a little sweet. She's really shy. This one's really shy, but she is nobody's pushover. I have a feeling that she's going to end up ruling the roost when she gets assertive, because she sure tells her brother where to go. Look at him, handsome self. Look at handsome. His nose is longer than hers. It even says so on his genetics. It said that the way that their heads are, he has she has the gene for a snort snout, a short snout. It's not too short, but you can see the difference between their profiles. She got the short end of the nose. She did. She did. She's a little sweet meat. There's Maya. She's the only one I hadn't gotten from Indiana. I got her, like, in North Carolina. Hi, Dale Stark. Welcome to our channel, where my dogs are just running around being themselves today. This is Maya. She is sort of feeling playful. That's Lucy, getting a good scratch. There's Ozzy over there, gnawing on a bone. Stewie over here, old 16-year-old Stewie's walking around in circles. And there's Loki, who's recovering from his dental procedure today. Yeah, so he's sleepy. I am not on Instagram with my pups. My breeder's in Hartford. I think it's Hartford, Indiana. There we go. I don't think she's on Instagram. I think she's on Facebook, though. My sweet Maya. This girl right here is so smart. Such a smart girl. Upland. Okay. I think that's a different breeder. Lucy's up here doing what Chihuahuas do best. She's making her bed. She changed her mind. Her brother's out here messing around, so she figures. Ooh, she went for the bone steal. Yep. So how many are you going to be getting at once? You said if you did get the two, they would come together once the younger one is 8 weeks. Oh, okay, just the two. Okay. Hi, Thindu. Puppies are doing well. You see Lucy there is ready to play PlayStation. Maya is running around sniffing stuff. Loki is seeing pink elephants and rainbows. He just had a dental procedure done today, so he's sleeping off anesthesia. But he's doing really well. And I just wanted to let people know what the dogs look like after they've had a dental procedure. I mean, he's in no pain at all. He did perfect. He did. He's just tired and he looks a little goobery. And then there's Stuart just standing there. Vito. Vito heard my voice. Vito. Vito. Vito has a pit bull named Vito. And Vito loves my voice.
He likes him when I talk like a baby. It makes him happy. It does.
Yeah, Stewie's having some challenges this week. I think he was doing really, 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 really good. He was having a blossoming week after he had gotten his allergy shot and he was eating better and everything was going really good. And then all of a sudden we've had the last 2 days and they've been kind of sad for Stewie because out of nowhere, his eyesight must have gone down like a little bit and he is running into walls and into furniture. So he is not as happy as he was. Come here. Can you see me at all? Come here. Come here, buddy. Stewie. Stewie. Yeah, he still likes his, oops, sorry. Knocking the camera. I'm dragging my butt on the carpet. Come here, buddy. Come here. Yes, it's mommy. Can you see? Yeah, he still likes his cuddles and his ear rubs, and he's still eating his food. But he just is like, when I was making his dinner last night, and he just walked stonewall into the refrigerator. I mean, just walked right into it. And then he backed up. He was like, oh my, okay, well, who put that there? He backed up, turned around, and ran right into a chair. So it was like he just couldn't see anything. So he's getting his little scratches and stuff. Yeah, as long as he's eating and he's getting some enjoyment out of life, then we just continue what we're doing, and hopefully this is just a little minor step back because he bounces back pretty well. He's groaning because he's getting his ears. You getting your ear rubbed, buddy? Are you getting your ear rubbed? Oh, it feels good. He says it feels good. He highly recommends. 10 out of 10. Rubbing the ears. Highly recommends. He's a good boy. My 2 youngest do sleep together. Right now, they do not sleep with the rest of everybody else. My Loki and Maya sleep in the bed with us. We're going to need to get a king-size bed. I know this isn't our future. I will show you what I have set up for the puppies in case you want to emulate it. We have a spare room in here. And you can see I have their pen in here. They have their beds. I just picked up some stuff in here, but they got their little beds. And then they got their pen, their pee-pee pads. I got to clean up their pee-pee pads because I had them in there while I took Loki to get Loki to pick him up. But they have their toys in here. They got their water. And when you bring home Chihuahua puppies, it's important for you to keep food in their pen overnight. But this means that you don't have to crate them in something that's like really small. This is a whelping pad with potty pads on top. And it works out real good. I keep it separated from the other dogs, and I do it this way because I do have, Loki is a male, and he will come and he will pee all over this if I let him. There's a secret for you. That's your boy dogs. So whenever I leave, I don't trust puppies until they're about a year old. I mean, those puppies will stay in there. Whenever I leave the house, when I go to the grocery store, if I have to take a shower, whenever I have to be away from them, I will just drop them in something like that to keep them from chewing cords, finding things around the house that we call dietary indiscretions. Just little things that they can get in trouble doing. Because they're full of it. What are you doing, Ozzy? What are you doing, Ozzy? Ozzy! 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 What are you doing? Are you a good boy? Come here. Do you want to play ball? Here. Look what I have. Do you want to play? Want to play? Go get it. Good boy. Good boy. It's like automatic fetcher. He's very good at it. Come on. Bring it back, though. Bring it back. Good boy. You're a funny boy. You're a funny boy. Okay, I got it now. Ready? Want to go get it? Oh, Maya stole it. You're naughty. Maya took it. Okay, give it back. Let me have it. Oh, got it. Who's going to get it? See, Stewie was collateral damage because he's in the way. Yeah, little Loki is just out of it. He's like done for. I thought about putting him in the little party pen. We call it the party palace. When I had one puppy, I would separate them using this little party palace over here. Just put the puppy inside it, and then I could go and do whatever I wanted to. And that was where I kept Maya, because she was just a little pup. She was just solo. We now use that to protect Stewie from everyone else while he's eating, because he's old. He can't defend himself anymore. He can't even see them coming. So when he needs time out, we put him in there, so we know he's safe. And then we just put the puppies in the other pen. Yeah, Loki here he's quite tired, but he did very well. He did so well. Remember, when you have your baby chihuahuas, to introduce them to a toothbrush early. Stewie just ran into the wall again. That's what you heard just now. He just walked straight into a wall. He's like, who put that there? I got to talk to the builder. Who keeps moving the walls in this place? This is terrible. This is terrible. Mr. Stewie does not like. It's a 0 out of 10. I do not like this. I do not like this on Facebook. Yeah, when you have chihuahuas, like Brian just pointed out, that his chihuahuas slept between him and his wife, and above the heads on the pillows. Yeah, oh yeah. This guy, all 8 pounds of him, stretches himself around my head, and usually my head is here, and he breathes in my ear. It's like wearing a fox stole. Maya sleeps under the covers, usually between my legs, or separating in between me and my husband. And then the puppies will end up doing that. They will migrate into our bed. And I know this is going to be a thing. It will be, because we just love them. And actually, I've said this so many times on this channel. This house really belongs to them, and they allow us to live here. They allow us to pay all the bills, and they allow us to take good care of them. They allow us to sleep in our own bed. But I mean, it is what it is. It absolutely is what it is. I mean, we love our dogs. That they are the children of the house, and whatever makes them happy makes us happy, because they make us happy. Don't you, Lucy? Do you make us happy? Do you make us happy? She's like, I don't know. I don't care. She's like, yeah, thanks a lot for giving me this bone right here. That was really nice of you to bring to me. Yeah. All these toys that they get, all these little bones and things like that. These guys, yes, they are spoiled. But I feel spoiled. My dogs spoil me. So why shouldn't it be mutual? Yeah, honestly. Now, as far as the other stuff goes, yes, I did get my dogs from breeders. My friend does breed, and I do get them from her. As far as, oh, he just bit his sister. I am not a breeder, so I do spay and neuter. So we won't ever have puppies from these guys. It would be weird anyway because they're siblings. I mean, they share the same dad. Could you imagine? It would be like Cersei and Jaime Lannister, Game of Thrones business, We're not doing that. And the puppies would look like they'd be the puppies from the hill. No, you don't want that. Because they're too close. They are too close. Plus, I'm not going to, I know just about enough about genetics myself to get into trouble. I know what I like. But, as far as genetics goes, you want to get a great dog. All of my puppy's parents have been embark tested for certain genetic diseases and stuff, so I know we're clear with that. Plus, they've had their wisdom panels done too.
He's a good boy. Do you want to play? I have the ball. Do you want it? You want it?
He's such a cuddle bunny. Each one of these puppies gives me something different. Like Mr. Ozzy here he is the funniest little guy. He is so funny. Very outgoing. Has to be the center of attention most of the time. Lucy's very quiet. She loves to cuddle, but she's very, very quiet. This one's just, he's almost obnoxious. He's so noisy. This guy, let's see, what does he bring to the house? Just his beautiful self. Look at this fur. He's very cuddly. Very cuddly. He's very sweet. He's funny. He chirps. This baby chirps. He's my pissing boy, though. If anybody's going to get in trouble for making a mess in the house, it's him. Let's see. Maya brings to the table her intelligence. This dog is smart. She is. She's a smart girl. Who are you talking about being aggressive? Are you talking about Loki? No, Loki's not. He's not aggressive towards us, right? Maya she's a dumpling. She can learn anything in like 10 minutes. She's very smart. She's very pretty. She's very noisy. Maya talks. Everything Maya does has a noise associated with it. So she tells them. She doesn't just look at you and you get a look. She looks at you and she tells you what the problems are. So puppies listen to her. Are you going to play? What are you going to do, Lucy? The puppies give to her. You see? He's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. No, he knows exactly what he did. You know exactly what you did. And she told you not to do it again. She'll play with him. She also teaches him. Sometimes he doesn't listen. Everybody likes the duck. This duck is a favorite toy. I think we got it at PetSmart. I think you can find these in grocery stores too, but they love that duck. I think he's going to be asleep for the rest of the day. I don't blame him. I mean, he went through a lot. He was very excited to go out today. He was like, yeah, I get to go out with mommy by myself. This is great. We pull up to the place and he's like, well, what'd you bring me here for? This kind of sucks. I thought I was getting some park action, Mom. Where are you bringing me? Not this place again. But they're very nice to him. They're very nice to him, and they treat him like a little king. Yeah, he's just out of it. He's out of it. He's just got to rest. Maya, what are you doing? Maya. Maya. Maya's trying to get my attention. So Maya's trying to do dumb stuff. Hello, Walla Vogus. Welcome. I'm playing with my chihuahuas today. Maya's getting a new toy. She's bored with the other ones. So she's jumping up to try to find something to play with. What are you going to choose, Maya? What are you going to choose? What you getting? There's nothing on there for you. Here. I'm going to play with this one. This looks fun. Go get it. Here's a ball. Do you want this ball? Do you want this one? Go get it. Bring it. I'll throw it for you. Come on. Come on, pretty girl. Bring it and I'll throw it. Come on. Ozzy wants to play with her, but he's not so sure of her energy today. He's kind of like, yeah. I don't know. I kind of think she's going to bite me, but I'm not really sure. Where you going, buddy? Where you going? Mommy can't track you with the camera if you keep doing that. He's a pretty boy. He's a pretty boy. Is Maya sniffing you? Look at his little feathers. They're getting long. He's going to have fur like Stewie, I think. Not like Loki. Loki had a lot more fur at his age than this one has. So I think he's going to have fur like Stewie. Which is he'll have a ruff, kind of like Maya. And then he'll have some smooth long hair.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Look at his contouring under here. It always makes him look like he's smiling, which is another reason why he's just so cute. He always looks like he's got a smile on his face.
Ozzy! Ozzy, are you smiling? Are you smiling?
He's a good boy. Who's a good boy? Your sister's asleep. Where's Lucy? Is she sleeping? She made a bed over here. So Lucy made a bed and she is crashed. So if I was actually over there sitting with her, I usually end up having at least 4 Chihuahuas on me whenever I sit down on a couch. So I'll either have them up around, the tops of the furniture or next to me, or I usually have at least 2 Chihuahuas on my lap almost at all times, as soon as my butt hits a surface that they can crawl on me with. It's like having a little Chihuahua comforter. But they take my spot. So if I was, my spot would usually be like right here. So what did she do? She got into it. Where are you going? You taking my spot too? Y'all are terrible. Just terrible, terrible. Let's move over. Let me have a spot. Let's see. Let's see how much time it takes for me to have Chihuahuas in my lap. Okay. What you doing? Does that look like a fun spot for you? Okay, so there's 1, 2. I don't expect for him to get on anybody's lap today because I think he's just kind of over there snoozing. Hi, Tammy. Welcome you from Kentucky. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. If you're new to the channel and you like the content, smash that subscribe button. Hit your notification bell so you never miss an upload. Puppies are growing and I put them online a lot so we can watch that process. This is Ozzy. He's my little boy. I think they are 20 weeks old or 21 weeks old today. Actually, it is her milestone. The puppies are 2 days apart. This is Lucy. You see, she's Lucy's a bagel right now. That's what she looks like. She looks like a little bagel. What do they call those bagels that are kind of brown and kind of white? They're not exactly like sesame seed stuff. It's like not pumpernickel or something mixed in with a bagel. They're yum. Hello, Maria. Welcome. Maya. Maya is barking again at the shelf. Am I keeping them all? Yes, Tammy, these are all my dogs. I have 5 of them. I have one 16-year-old, one 3-year-old, 1.5-year-old, and 2 puppies that are 20 weeks old. So they're just turning 5 months old this week. It's hard to believe that they're actually that old. Maya, no. Maya doesn't like things with eyes looking at her. And you can see over here on top of this, I have a picture of Stewie and my old dog, Moxie. And she is going to sit here and bark at that picture because it's looking at her with eyes. You have a chipoodle? They call them like poochies, I think. They're sweet. Anything that you mix with a poodle just like comes out cute. I don't care what it is. Maya, you're too noisy. Stop. Just stop. She's giving me sass. Just stop it. Okay. Are you having a tantrum? Is there something I can do for you? What is it? What can mommy do for you, Maya? What is it? What would you like? She's trying to tell me something. She's giving me that look. It's like, she thinks I should understand her. There's really nothing up there for her. Maya, stop. Maya, stop. She's a little obsessive, that girl. And he's just, this one out here, he's just out to lunch because we picked him up a little bit ago. He just had his teeth done. So he's gotten anesthesia from a dental procedure. So he's tired, sleeping it off. So we're not seeing anything fun and interesting from Loki today. The most fun and interesting thing about Loki today is that he's sleeping. All right, Stewie is over in his bed over there. You see, that's Stewie over there. And since Maya is acting up, Stewie is going to act up too. And that will start them howling. So we're going to get some howling in a couple minutes. Yeah, but so even though the puppies have each other, they will crawl up in the lap and get the lovin's. They do. They crawl up in the lap and get the lovin's. Maya! Hi, pretty girl. Hi, Maya. Maya, bring me the ball. Get it. Get it. Get the jingle ball. Bring it. Bring it to me. Bring it to me. She's just breathtakingly beautiful, this one. What are you doing? What are you doing? Pretty girl. Yes, Maya is a blue merle. She's got a little bit of tan, like butterscotch on her front paws. But one thing about her is her markings are so symmetrical, so pretty. Where you going? Where you going? Yes. Okay. Well, it sounds like you're all ready for your puppies. You just gotta make sure that you get them on like the right foods and stuff, and keep it available. Maya, you're in trouble. No. I know what Maya wants, and she's not going to get it. It's not happening. Maya has an obsession with certain balls. Go on. Go get these toys. And I can't even give them to her anymore because she gets so obsessive about them. Yep, the NutriCal is an essential. And I don't know how old your puppies are going to be when you get them, but you have to be really vigilant about making sure that they get to eat 3 to 4 times a day, depending on how old they are when you get them. Have that food available for them to be able to eat it in their little pen at night when you're asleep so that their blood sugar doesn't drop. Yeah. So, I mean, they're still going to be like tiny. I only had a blood sugar problem once, and it was with Stewie. And I really hadn't seen blood sugar issues with any of my other dogs before. We had gotten him and brought him home. His breeder had passed him off to a pet store with his brother, and we got him from the pet store. And when we got him home, we didn't have any idea when the last time he had eaten, or anything like that. When I got him home, he had a hypoglycemic attack. And that was something that was scary for me to watch. I didn't know what his problem was. I thought he had distemper. And I dialed all the numbers that I could find. One of them was on the breeder paperwork. And I called the breeder and she said, "Oh no, get yourself some Karo syrup and rub it on his gums and he'll recover. Make sure he gets something to eat and watch him." And that fixed him right as rain. But the NutriCal or FortiCal will take the place of that Karo syrup. But Karo syrup is always handy to have in your cupboard whenever you have Chihuahuas because you could just spread it on their gums. And if they're having a sugar fit, it fixes it. Um, yeah, I would say yes to accept. These are the pickiest puppies I have ever had. I didn't have any eating problems with any of the other dogs I've ever had, but these two puppies have been extremely picky about what they eat, how often they eat, and really how they eat. And I had to present their food to them in so many different ways to get them to eat. So we finally settled on a 50% fresh food diet. It is likely lightly cooked, and I also still feed them a scoop of puppy kibble, um, mixed in with it. But they had to have some sort of a fresh food topper to even get them to even want to eat. So it'll be a fun thing for you. Getting two of them, if you have the time for it, is wonderful. Just make sure that when they're growing up, that your little kids learn about how fragile they are. And Chihuahuas don't enjoy really fast movements, and just making sure that the kids understand that they're little itty bitty teeny weeny babies. My kids were always good with small dogs. So I mean it absolutely can be done. They're tired now. They're tired. I love it when they sleep close together. Like I've got some pictures of them, my last community post, I think, um, had them sleeping together, and they're just as cute as can be. I think I should have named her Nala because she looks like a little lion cub, a little cheetah cub. My little cheetah cub with her little dark ears. She's so cute. And she's hiding that cute little face from us all. So we'll just look at her brother. He's easy, good boy. I love dog families. I think everybody should bring home dogs. I do. When I was little, my grandparents actually had a kennel. They raised championship standard poodles, and I was around puppies from a very, very young age. So I've had so many dogs in my lifetime until I absolutely settled on Chihuahuas. There aren't a whole lot of people that I knew at the time that actually liked Chihuahuas, and the first Chihuahua I ever met, I didn't like because it was a little meanie. And they they never took their Chihuahua to get its nails clipped, so I swear they were like that long. Whenever the Chihuahua would jump on me, I had these like long talon fingers raking my legs. But then one day I was working in and all I was working in people's homes, and I went in to do an estimate, and I subsequently got a job for this older man who had a Chihuahua, and his name was Nacho. And I fell in love with that dog so hard. It was it was crazy because I would go in and see this man. I was in his house for 3 days, and I'd come in and he'd be sitting at his little table, and Nacho would be sitting on his lap, and they would be reading the paper together and having breakfast. And it was the cutest thing I ever saw in all my born days. And after that, I started scouring the newspaper, and I found my first Chihuahua, Moxie. Moxie was a smooth coated deer head, and she was like my moon. I mean, I didn't need any leash or anything with her. She never left my gravity. I just love that dog so much. As far as grooming goes, Alicia's asking me about grooming. I do not take my long coats to a groomer. I groom them myself. I give them their baths and I groom them. The only thing about the long coats that each one of the long coats is actually different. Maya's fur is so much different than the others. She's prone to getting little mats and little snarls right here in her feathers up here. So I keep that brushed out. She's beautiful throughout. You do have to brush them. As far as this mess back here, you have to give them what's called a sanitary. And I bought some dog clippers, and I make way there so that they can do, their potty without getting their poop stuck. We call her Princess Poopy Butt because sometimes she gets a poopy hanger. And by doing a little clipping and sand back there to make sure that the road is open, it makes it easier for her to poo. I also keep her feathers back here. She turned around, trimmed up, and that makes it so that she's not dragging her little feathers on the potty pads. So we do have some grooming scissors. We have clippers. We have an electric clipper, so that I can take care of those areas. I also shave out their paws. Right now, she needs to have have her feet done, but I will trim out the long hair because they get hair between their toes, these guys. And if you let it go, it'll just really long. It grows really, really long. So I shave out their paw pads and then clip their nails. And I have a grooming hammock for that. So I actually hang them up and trim their nails. And, Alicia, you have a lot of questions. And there's a lot of my videos go over how I brush their teeth. Just easy ways to get your puppy to brush its teeth. Because one thing the Chihuahuas have is problems with their teeth. So how I get them to brush their teeth, how I trim their nails. I put them in the hammock and hang it from the door jamb. And then I get down in there and I clip their nails and, do their stuff. I bathe them in the kitchen sink. And then I just make sure I brush them out afterwards. When I'm petting her and loving her, if I feel anything on her, like a little mat or a little snarl, you have to get it out really quick so it doesn't get bigger. Because one thing about matting and fur like this is that it will get worse before it gets better. So you have to make sure you do. But the puppies are coming up on a nail clipping. I can show you what the paw pads look like on the long-haired ones because I have not shaved out the puppy pads yet. So you can see here, do you see this long hair that's between his toes? This is what it looks like when it starts to grow. I don't know if you can really see that. It starts to grow really long between their toes. And if I leave this, it will grow even longer. So that means that he won't be able to hold on to the puppy ramps and stuff like that. And then I clip these little daggers. Let's see if I can show you. He's got little daggers on his little toenails. They need to be trimmed back because he can split your lip with those little pups. It doesn't hurt him. It doesn't hurt him. And, it's just a lot nicer for them not to get stuff stuck in their pads. Because when they go outside even, they can come back and they get mud and stuff tracked up in those things. Maya is laying here with the puppies. So Chihuahuas love other Chihuahuas. They just do. So you can see I've got my sea of Chihuahuas here. It's how we live our life. It's crazy. Crazy. I don't mind the questions either. I love it when people get dogs and, they learn from other people. I know I don't know everything. but I do know a lot. My dogs are happy. They're healthy. Um, we do games. We do training. I buy puzzles and do things for their enrichment. We go for walks. I like to take them places for sniffing events. Um, they I think they have a pretty good life, and because of them, we have a good life. They're a lot of emotional support for me. I think if it wasn't for my dogs, I probably wouldn't talk at all. Because I love them. I love them. There's something to be said too for having an emotional support dog or a service dog in some ways. I'm a lot more interactive when I have one of my pets with me than when I'm out by myself. I feel like I'm the nicest person in the world in PetSmart
I am. I'm the nicest person in the world.
because I'm very engaging with other pet owners. So questions are always welcome. Let me see if I missed any questions. Let's see. So Tammy grooms her own like I do. Do I walk with all of them together? I have a tandem leash for Loki and Maya, and they walk together. The leash actually is funny. It snaps together and holds the two of them on one leash. These puppies are not fully vaccinated. And because Chihuahuas are so small and so much can happen to them, I won't take them outside. She's having a tantrum. What's wrong with you? What's wrong? What's your issue? She has to have a tantrum once a live stream. Go get a toy. Maya, go get a toy. I'll play with you, I swear. Go get one. Go get one. Go get a toy. Everybody sees you, Maya. Everyone sees you. So I walk, I have park videos where you can see what it's like for me to walk the two of these together. And that was before we got the puppies last fall. So, I like to take them out and walk them around ponds and things like that so that they can get some really good sniffs about stuff. But these puppies have not yet been outside. And that's because they're not done with their vaccines. They're almost 5 months old, but because they were so small, they couldn't get the vaccines together. They were giving them one at a time. So they will be fully vaccinated by the end of this month. They've just gotten their rabies shot, but they have one more round of parvo to get before they're safe enough to actually go outside. And then we'll be able to work on walks and things like that in the springtime. And I do plan on walking all four of these together. Our eldest dog, Mr. Stewie, doesn't go for walks. I will take him outside and just let him sniff around in the yard at his own pace. He has arthritis at this point, really bad, being 16 years old. He's just a little old man, and he cannot keep up with Loki. In fact, sometimes Maya finds it hard to keep up with Loki because Loki is on a mission when he's outside. And if Maya stops to smell the roses, he's still yanking her the other way. So that's kind of funny. She gets yanked off of her flowers when she likes to sniff them. But, Loki is the bigger one of them. Maya is 6 3/4 pounds, almost between 6 3/4 and 7 pounds as usual. And her brother over here, the one who is recovering from anesthesia today, he's 8 pounds. So he's a big boy Chihuahua. And when he wants to go one way with the leash, then that's the way they go. Man, she is having a stroke today. I'll show you the leash. What I'm talking about is a tandem leash. This is what it looks like. Each dog gets snapped on like this, and then it goes up to this, and you snap this on your regular leash, and then you're walking two dogs at the same time. So what I did is I bought another one of these, and I'm going to hook all 4 of the dogs that I plan on walking, and we're going to see if it works. It may work or it may not. The difference in size between the adult dogs and the puppies is a lot. It's going to be 2 to 3 pounds by the time the puppies are actually older. These 2 puppies aren't charting to be as large as my other adults. So I don't know if they'll walk together in a pack as nicely as my brain seems to think that I want them to. I also was thinking about getting a one of their baby strollers for when I take them into PetSmart, so that Maya and Loki can walk next to the cart and the puppies can just be in the stroller. I can also take Stewie out in the stroller. I mean, he doesn't, it isn't that Stewie doesn't like to go with us places when we go. It's just that he doesn't have the stamina anymore. And the physique to be able to do it. Maya is feeling so feisty today. What is your deal, girlfriend? What is it? Do you have an itchy? Are you itchy? Are you itchy? She's so soft. She got a bath last week and she is just as soft as a chinchilla. Out of all of the dogs, her fur is the softest and most flowy. It's almost like rabbit fur. So it's very light, very airy. She is double coated. So with her grooming, we were talking about grooming earlier. I need a shedding comb with her because some of her undercoating will come out. Interesting thing about their wisdom panel, this time when I was checking it, they have this thing on there and it talks about shedding and whether or not they have the gene for shedding or not shedding, and how many, apparently there's like at least 2 genes on a wisdom panel that tell you to what extent you can expect your dog to shed. And all of them have just one gene for shedding, and they said that that meant that they would not shed as much as other dogs. I'm like, okay. Well, so far he sheds some in his undercoating. He has a puppy undercoating. So if I brush him, some of that comes out. She has an undercoating, almost like a I would say, well, I've had chow chows in my life. It's not quite as much as a chow chow, not quite as much as a husky or a German shepherd, but it's definitely there. When I comb her, that undercoating will come out. This one hardly sheds at all. She's got some weirdo in her genes. Not only does she have a gene for long hair, which I'm not really seeing exhibited too much on her, but she also has a gene for curly, and there's a little bit of curling going on up here, so it'll be funny to see how she grows out. With the Chihuahuas, when they give you a long-haired Chihuahua, sometimes you can absolutely look at that puppy and go, oh my God, you got yourself a long-haired Chihuahua. And then, which is what we had when we got him. This is Loki. He was a very puffy baby. I have lots of puppy videos of him, and he was very poofy, just poofy baby. So we knew he was going to have long hair, and it is. I mean, it's just it's very long. It's very long and very silky. If he were to sit up, you'd be able to see this beautiful chest he has on him. He's just very majestic looking, but right now he just looks like a majestic pile of sleeping doggy. He's a pile of anesthesia. Look at his pretty eyes. But he's too tired to give you any time at all. But these babies look pretty smooth coated to me. So it's kind of like, is she going to be long haired? Or is she going to be short-haired? This poof behind her ears is a lot longer than a puppy that has a full smooth coat. But then this here seems so much shorter. I don't know. She's confusing. But I won't know until she's like a year old or so. Maya, when she came to me as a puppy, she had some long hair, particularly in the ears. I mean, you could tell with long-haired Chihuahuas they have this fur on the inside of their ear, and like longish fur on the around the outside. But she was all ears. She was all ears. She didn't have all this furry stuff going on here at all. It was like when I brought her to the vet, they were like, "Oh, you have the cutest pair of ears we've ever seen. And oh, look at that. They're attached to a puppy. How cute is that?" She's grown into her ears now, though. She has. She has. And she's grown this luscious, luscious fur. Stewie, when he came to us, I knew he was long-haired because he had the ears like this guy with the poof. But the rest of him seemed to be almost like very, very smooth. And he didn't have a whole lot of hair on his chest. So he was like, we called him Naked Neck for like the first year we had him. Just because he was very hairless on his neck. And then he grew out and he was absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me see if I'll show you a picture of him. I have other pictures of him on our website, but this was Stewie back in his Fabio days. He was probably about 3 years old when that picture was taken. And that was my first Chihuahua. That was my deer-headed Moxie. That was my baby girl. We lost her to heart disease when she was 12. That was unfortunate, man. That broke my heart. Broke me. It was 5 years until I could get this one. It was 5 whole years until I felt whole enough to be able to get Maya. Yeah, Moxie was my little heart dog. She was. I mean, we had Stewie and we had Pica as well when Moxie passed away. So I still had 2 Chihuahuas in the household. It's just that I was broken and I just didn't feel like I could. You know, it's funny. It's people will say to you, "Well, I don't know what my dog would think if I got another dog," and I don't think it was quite that. But you know, still, I just didn't know. But I did know when I laid eyes on her. I did know that she was supposed to be mine. That was one of the things. I knew she had to be mine. And it was funny because the lady I was talking to about getting her said, "Oh, some lady in New York is going to get her." Hi, Trisha. Some lady in New York has already said that they want her. And so, you know, I'm going to have to tell you that she's already gone. And I was like, "Oh, I'm not going to let this go." So I wrote this lady a letter and I sent her pictures of all my Chihuahuas and, you know, just the life that they have and what Maya would be joining. And she got the email and a couple hours later she said, "She's yours. You can come get her." And that was the end of that. Because the lady from New York never came to get her. I couldn't believe that the lady from New York never came to get her. So actually, Maya was 12 weeks old when we got her. The lady from New York was supposed to have come and got her. She had a whole month to do so, and she never did. So this was mine. She was meant to be mine. Well, Brian, the dog that is for you is out there. Never fear. It will come, whether it's from, a newspaper ad or a shelter or, a breeder or an internet ad. Just make sure you're safe about getting your chihuahuas. There's so many scammers out there. So many. It breaks my heart when I hear people say, well, I was supposed to meet somebody at such and such place and they were supposed to have my dog and then there's no dog. So never exchange money until that you've actually laid eyes on the dog and it's yours. Yes, our baby has gotten back from the dentist. Daddy's home. Uh-oh, Daddy's home. Our baby's back from the dentist and he's doing well. He's right here. Say hi to your fans. Tell everybody you're doing good. He's a little grumpy, but he's still recovering from his anesthesia. So he's a little groggy, he's a little grumpy, but he did great. And we do the teeth brushing regimen with them, and the vet couldn't be happier. They say that we actually are making a big dent in their dental health. Daddy's home. Daddy's home for you.
Oh, buddy.
He's got to come home and see the patient.
You, buddy. You doing okay? Still shaky?
You can see how much they're loved. Everybody in the house. The first ones that get greeted are the dogs. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'll get my kiss later. Oh, okay. Mwah.
Closer.
Everybody's got to get their lovin's from their daddy.
Oh, yeah.
He greets everybody when he comes home. He's got to go home. He's got to go and see Stewie. He's got to go and see everybody. But here is our patient today. And yeah, he's doing great. One of the nice things about taking care of your dog's teeth is they don't have to be under anesthesia for as long. I mean, he had very minimal tartar, no gum disease. He did have one retained puppy tooth, but it fell out as they were just trying to deal with it. They were like, oh, well, look at this. This is really loose. And it just fell right out. So we'll be taking care of that just as it's an open socket. So he's going to be on antibiotics for a week to 10 days. And he'll be on, well, he's on soft food anyway. Trisha says, hi, Daddy. All right, well, say hi to all of yours from all of us. Give Gary a hug. Tell him hi. And we'll see you later, Trisha. Go enjoy the rest of your day. I'll just hang out with puppies for another couple minutes, and then I've got to go in there and start to make up something for dinner. I started to make soup earlier. And then I got sidetracked. I was like, yeah, soup should make itself. Basically, it really should. I'm going to vote for that. Soup should make itself. Yeah, so I sat down and my girl has got to sit right on top of me. So this is what I meant earlier when I said, as long as you have a lap, in this house you have a Chihuahua. Sometimes you have more than one Chihuahua. She's going to make herself into a bagel. There you go. Here's my bagels. Here's my bagels. It's my babies. I was really, really happy when I brought home the new puppies. And we did some introduction videos about bringing the puppies home to the other puppies and how that worked out. And how it's still working out for us. The puppies definitely have a place in the pack now. But it took... it takes puppies a long time to settle in. And, you know, they're young. They did have each other, which made it a little bit better for them. Something familiar, you know, to go to the new home with. And I was a real fan of that, to be honest. Um, but when I brought the two new puppies into the situation with the other dogs, and Maya and Loki are so well bonded, they love each other so much, it's just ridiculous. I mean, there's none of my videos that you would watch that you wouldn't be able to tell that Maya and Loki are the best of friends. And Loki over here, this guy, he didn't look he wouldn't even look at these puppies for 3 weeks. He would not, he didn't want to interact with them. He didn't want to have anything to do with them. It was almost like if he didn't see them, they didn't exist. That was cool. He didn't want anything to do with it. And then after that, it was just like, oh, well, these are kind of fun. They kind of play with me a little bit. Maybe I should chill out and be a little cool. And ever since then, they get along quite well. Now, what I do to make sure that they continue to do their integration properly is sometimes I will take one of the puppies and put it in the pen and just let one of them play with the older dogs for a little while alone without the other little sibling, because these two tend to just play together or gang up on the other dogs together because they feel like they can. And I want them all to have a relationship with each other. So as they grow up and I do go on walks, I'll be taking like the girls, I'll take Maya and Lucy out together just by themselves so they can have Maya and Lucy time. I'll take Maya and Ozzy out so that they can have Maya Ozzy time. I'll take Loki out with Ozzy. I'll take Loki out with Lucy. And then I'll take, I just switch it up so that they rely on the other dogs in the house just as much as they rely on each other, because there is such a thing that they call littermate syndrome. And you just want to make sure that the dogs all see each other as family members and not just the young ones against the old ones. It also, for me, once I get to that point, I started training Maya very early. And my earlier videos on this channel show Maya doing like 6, 7 tricks by the time she was 24 weeks old. So she was just, 6 months old, and she knew how to sit, down, spin, dance, jump, play dead, roll over. She was doing all of those things by that time because I worked so diligently with her. I hand fed her kibble, and she used to work and do things for me for that kibble. When I got Loki, who's sitting there scratching, yes, I did about the same thing. Now, dogs learn at different paces, and Loki's a little bit more stubborn than Maya. But he did learn how to sit, spin, and down, and dance. He just recently learned how to roll over. But I used to train them with the kibble. When I got these guys, oh, hell no. They didn't want their kibble. They didn't want to, none of the things that I wanted to do with them, like I did with the old ones, worked. So we are still behind the 8 ball with training for these guys because they were so small, so disinterested in food and feeding time and treats. We also gone through a period where when I would give them treats, the whole next day I would be doing nothing but cleaning up puppy diarrhea because their systems weren't made to process the puppy food and the treats I was giving them to be trained. So it was just like, all right, if you're not interested in the kibble enough to be able to, for me to work with you in this way, let me try to give you some treats that taste different, and then that would upset their stomach. So I am behind teaching them to do the things that Maya did right away because she works so hard for her kibble. Out of all of them, when you watch the shorts and watch the dancing and watch the little things I do with Maya, she's a working dog. This dog will do anything for food. Anything. Anything. But not these guys. They'll do nothing. They think I'm supposed to just give them the food. That's the way it is. They don't have to do anything for it. They don't have to be patient for it or anything else. So when I train them, I have to separate them. So one of them will go in the pen and the other one comes out and I work with that one. But we just started that. Because this little one, she gets bored very easy. Very easy. Ozzy works a little bit harder than Lucy does. Lucy just feels like being pretty is her lot in life. But look how close they are. They're so sweet and so cuddly with each other. It's really cute. Really adorbs. Super. So again, they're siblings. They came from different moms, but they have the same dad. His name is Pat. They're so cute. Everybody is simmered down, so it looks like Loki will have a chance to still recover. He's just over there chilling. Bye, Alessia. We're going to say goodbye too. Thank you all for tuning in to our little live stream today. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Sorry about that. I'm jerking around with the camera. But we appreciate each and every one of you. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss a live. The puppies are still growing, so you'll get to be part of that. Ask all the questions that you have. And I'm always interested in hearing about your puppies, your dogs, and how things are going for you. So again, we look forward to seeing you all again. And we will chat later. Good night.